Scott McTominay has scored his 7th goal of the season that saw United proceed to the quarterfinal of the Scott McTominay scored his 7th goal of the season that saw Manchester United proceed to the quarterfinal of the EFA or Emirates FA Cup of the season. Thank you for coming in through here on United Social Television. I'm bringing you this story as far as Manchester United. It's the match reaction to United 1, West Ham 0. Guess what? This game really looked to be into favor of Manchester United, and whoever really was watching this game, first half, United really had most of the possession. Second half, West Ham lifted itself up to see to it that it really comes out and scores, but they really put up our defense onto pressure, but they really failed to come up to what they call putting the ball at the back of the net. In the dying minutes of the extra time, after Scott McTominay scored that one that was led by a tackle by Luke Shaw, ball got by Antoine Martial, drove the ball close to Sam Goudiat's pass to Cavani. Cavani crossed it inside, and Marcus Rashford did a flick that landed to Scott McTominay's right foot, and he volleyed the ball into the back of the net to make it United 1, West Ham 0. Now, when you look at this, the entire game really saw that United really was into possession, but breaking them down was really the problem. Danny Van Beek played in close to 70 minutes that he played into for this game, and I think that's not the position he's supposed not to be playing. That's the position Danny Van Beek is not supposed to be playing. That's not Danny Van Beek's position, because he was lost into the field. Each and every time you saw him, he was not playing into the middle of the park. That shows you that Danny Van Beek is more good either playing where Freddie or Nemanja Matic was playing, or else he's good when he's playing, especially from the wing, especially the midfield. That's when Danny Van Beek will give you the best of him each and every time you want him to deliver. So when I looked at Danny Van Beek, he was really out, but I really pity all the people that really come out and really criticize Danny Van Beek and say all that stuff on him. One thing I'm sure about Danny Van Beek is he's really facing a problem of not being given enough playing time, and the matches that are being given to him, they are really not enough for him really to become match fit. You know, there is being this fitness onto the training, but match fitness is so much different. Knowing that I'm going to the game, playing game in, game out, really improves the player. Now, when you look at Danny Van Beek, that he's being affected by that. That's why you really see him not effective as usual. Alex Telles too, you saw him really bringing those private crosses, but it shows you that he's also lacking playing time indeed, because when you see Danny Van Beek in there, he's a player who really, Alex Telles is a player who really looks good each and every time going in front. And defensively, by the way, by the time you're going to buy him from FC Porto, I did a story and I was really reading on different blogs. They were saying that Telles is not really a very good player when it comes to defending, but trust me, he has defied all odds. Telles is really a good defender when it comes to all this, because Telles is really someone who really does the needful when United is playing in today. Like today, he really brought in a good number of crosses into this game, though really they really never played him a lot, and it was the only spark that we had into the first half. Mason Greenwood coming in, doing lots of things, but you know, Martial gave him the ball instead of really going for the farthest post. He really tried to shoot near the post that was blocked by the defender in there, Agbona of West Ham. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer really brought up a team that I really saw, but my problem was where he played Danny Van Beek. I think Danny Van Beek needs to take over the Paul Pogba role, and I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not ready to trust him with that. He trusts either Freddie or Scott McTominay or Nemanja Matic with that, but to me, I think he should really trust him with that role, because that's where he will give us the best here at Manchester United. When you look at the likes of Antoine Martial, he really did a very good drive into that led to that goal, and he really got a chance that we would have sealed that game into the dying time. If at all it was 0-0 and Martial didn't score that, he would have known how people would have attacked him again, because they would have called him wasteful, because it was a chance that was supposed to be put at the back of the net. So United proceeding to the quarterfinal. We are waiting for the draws on Thursday before Chelsea plays. Is it Barnsley in there? And we hope for any draw that comes by, because I know United, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, at least the worst he can make this season round, he has to make it to the final of the FA Cup. The squad that we are having, I'm happy that we rested some players. David De Gea was rested. Luke Shaw was rested, though he came in and played some 30 minutes. Who was rested? Who else was rested? Scott McTominay was rested. Bruno Fernandes was rested. Edson Cavani was rested, though he came in towards the end of the second half before we went into extra time, because the game ended 0-0. Which other player was rested? Yes, and the rest of those were the ones that we arrested in the beginning of the game, and they rested for close to 70 minutes. So I think they're really going to be ready for the next fixture of Manchester United. So it's really good to see that United has gone through to the next round. I really like it and feel very well to see that United is into the quarterfinal of the FA Cup. Any win for Manchester United, especially after that draw that we really got from Everton, an ugly draw that Everton got from us, was really worse, and I really never wanted to talk about such things, but nevertheless United really drew with Everton. So it's really good to see that we won from that draw and we proceeded, and we never went into penalty shootouts. Amad Diallo not coming into play, he was on the bench, and I think what really failed him from coming on was United failing really to score a goal, especially to put a 2-goal difference ahead of West Ham. I think if at all United had really scored a second goal even then the extra time, because in the extra time you are really rewarded to get another extra substitution. I think it would have happened that way. Amad Diallo would have got himself a debut for Manchester United. But all in all, it's good to see Amad Diallo coming into the squad of Manchester United and making it to the bench into this encounter. It looks like he's not far from really stepping onto the pitch. Making it to the bench, Amad Diallo, I think, is really great, and it's really going to help us set some competition between Mason Greenwood and Amad Diallo, because when Amad Diallo comes on that pitch, I doubt whether Scott McTominay will really get that starting spot again, because the lad is really talented and he is not selfish like Mason Greenwood. Each and every time he gets to the pitch, he really thinks of giving an assist than scoring. Scoring is his last thought or do. But guess what? What comes most to him is creating an assist, and he only scores when scoring is the only option he's left with to do here. That is Amad Diallo in there, that Manchester United player who came in from Atalanta. United purchased him in the summer. Having purchased him in the summer, he couldn't really come to Manchester because he never had a working permit, and they loaned him for the next 6 months. And in January, he really accomplished and everything. Changed his name from Amad Traore to Amad Diallo. Then he was given a work permit, and his passport was really allowed to get a visa to come into United Kingdom to play football in there. Remember, Amad Diallo is really a great player who really impressed in the 2 matches that United used him. All played in those 2 matches, especially when the under-23s were playing. Against Liverpool, we won 6-3. Against Blackburn, we won 6-4. And he really had a very big hand into all the wins that he was really paraded into. So that's the match reaction. Manchester United going through to the next level, but Wan-Bissaka looked like he got an injury. He was really limping off the field. I don't know whether he was rested because he was really tired. And who else? Harry Maguire really, and Victor Lindelof partnering very well, but I really don't think that if at all Antonio was there, they would have got the relaxation they had into that central defense. Each and every time West Ham attacked us, we really looked like we are really a team that is not ready to do the needful in there to defend. But I hope they really look good each and every time they come on again in that partnership. We pray that Eric Bailly really comes up and he really does the needful into this Manchester United encounter on the weekend, because we were looking really vulnerable, especially into the defense. Guys, this should be addressed. Tuanzebe needs some playing time, and the player who goes by the names of Eric Bay really should be on that pitch. Either of the two should partner Harry Maguire or Victor Lindelof, because Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire have cost us points. We would have been just 3 points behind Man City by now, but we are 5 because of that mess that Harry Maguire did in that game against Everton. So to me, I really think Manchester United needs a lot of prayer to see to it that players like Eric Bay, Harry Maguire really come off the pitch, because when they are on the pitch, things aren't really the same. United really plays a lot more different, and the highlight really is really great, because we have a player who is fast, that is Eric Bay, who can really chase down players. Now, like that game of Everton, the first goal we conceded, you saw that Harry Maguire was beaten off pace because he's slow, and United was playing a high line, and in the end of all, we got skinned by Everton, and we really got the worst out of it. So to me, I think United getting a win against West Ham is really great, to see to it that we head into our next game, into the weekend in the Premier League, very fired up, to see to it that we couple up that win and we keep up the chase on Manchester City. You never know what the Lord has for us. When Manchester City wins, it will be 8 points clear ahead of Manchester United. So it's really something hard really to come on and reckon with it and say that United are really a force that is really up to the battle of winning the Premier League again after that game of Everton. But we are playing West Bromwich until Sunday. There we wait to see what is going to come up. That has been the match reaction to the game against West Ham, FA Cup. United through to the quarterfinal. See you tomorrow as more developing stories really come up.